What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to more wrestling news roundup covering all the latest rumors and reports. Today we're talking everything that went down on this week's Monday Night Raw, why a certain top star missed the show, latest update regarding Keith Lee after the recent fake rumors of him getting fired, former WWE superstar react to being part of WWE 2K22 development process, to major WWE returns leaked, and much more. So hit those notifications to not miss any of the updates, and if you want even more wrestling content, consider subscribing to both of our channels. Before we run down what went down on this week's Monday Night Raw, let's talk all the latest news and big reports, because it looks like there's a big shakeup coming up to the main roster, more in the sense of NXT call-ups. As we got to see on the last episode of SmackDown, WWE NXT superstar Rick Boggs ended up making an appearance as he interrupted a pre-match promo by King Corbin, and he said that he came out to rock with the real king of SmackDown, that of course being Shinsuke Nakamura. And according to Fightful Select, we got way more call-ups incoming. The reports indicate that there are plans for additional call-ups to Raw and SmackDown, including talents from both NXT and NXT UK. As it stands right now, there's no word yet on who exactly will be making the jump from NXT, but there are multiple NXT talents that has been speculating among themselves on who could be the one getting caught up in the recent weeks. The reports added that there have been multiple call-ups planned or at least in the work for a while, so expect a lot of those new additions and shake-up to SmackDown and Raw roster as we head into SummerSlam. Last year we ended up getting a few, and this year seems like they're gonna do even more, with a lot of them being top star. We already got Rhea Ripley being added into the women's division, and I'm expecting a lot more of the top favorites from NXT to be called up, which could cause a bit of a problem because NXT do need those top superstars. I hope Vince doesn't go all crazy like in the past and leave NXT dry just to call up superstars that we all know 90% of them aren't even going to get used correctly. Talking about an NXT call up, and one that we have been wondering where he has been over the last couple of weeks and months, that is Keith Lee. A lot of you guys been asking in regards to an update on the whole situation, but right now we really just don't know. Fightful did indicate that Keith Lee was just not clear to compete. He is not medically clear right now, which is why he has been off television. Other reports from PW Insider indicate that Keith Lee has not been in the Thunderdome, and that he hasn't been written into the Monday Night Raw script at all, and that there is even no word on when he will return. His wife Mia Yim did indicate that whatever is going on with Keith Lee is nobody's business, and that he will tell in time what exactly is happening. So the questions, the concerns continues because we haven't gotten an update, at least until the last 24 hours, as Keith Lee finally gave us a slight update, tweeting out the following: "To the people offering uplifting words, know that I appreciate you greatly, and worry not when I say I am limitless, I mean it. I will try to find a way to explain everything in the most efficient way possible. Give me just a little more time." As for what is next for him, he even replied to a fan's comment indicating that is a good question, but that unfortunately only time will tell. So this big update that Keith Lee will give us hopefully comes soon, because it's clear that a lot of fans want him back on Monday Night Raw. Onto some quick news, as we got to see on this week's Monday Night Raw, Alexa Bliss did not make an appearance on the show, although of course her magic did. Bliss did went on to reveal the reason why she missed the show. On her Instagram, she indicated that this week she has been dealing with an emergency with her pet pig. She indicated that her pet Larry is very ill and in a lot of pain, and went on to ask anyone who can help her to get in touch with the right people to treat Larry and make him better. Unfortunate news on the side of things for Alexa Bliss, and hoping that Larry gets better so that she could get back in action. Onto some other quick news. When it comes to WWE 2K22, they continue to give us a behind the scenes of the development of the game, and this week we ended up learning that Lio Rush Yes, a former WWE superstar Lio Rush had a hand in helping make the game, as he ended up doing a lot of motion captures for entrances, moves, and so on, all of which we will be able to see in the game. Lio Rush obviously won't make it into the game as an official roster member because he is not contracted with WWE, but with him doing motion capture for multiple superstars, it is likely that his own moveset will make it in it, like in the past. Lio Rush went on social media to share his excitement of being involved in the project, indicating the following: "The moves in this game is going to be insane. P.S. This was incredibly fun. Hashtag WWE 2K. And of course, you guys already know we cover everything in regards to the game, so if you guys want some extra information, make sure to check out our WWE 2K22 news playlist. And on to some other big news. It looks like WWE have leaked 2 major returns happening in just a matter of weeks. As we know, WWE is preparing to bring the live audience back, and all of that is going to be starting on July 16 with the SmackDown episode. Now it has been revealed that the local advertisement in Houston, Texas has Edge and Sasha Banks listed for Friday Night SmackDown on July 16, which again will be the first WWE show in full capacity with live audience. Sasha Banks hasn't been featured in WWE television since after WrestleMania, and Edge hasn't been on the show since WrestleMania itself, that main event match. WWE obviously hasn't announced these returns just yet. They haven't confirmed it. Again, all of this is coming out early due to local advertisements, but it wouldn't be a surprise because, of course, right after this SmackDown, that same weekend, we got the Money in the Bank, and then WWE is going to be getting ready for the big pay-per-view, SummerSlam, which Sasha Banks and Edge are obviously expected to be a big feature of it. So this return certainly seems likely. It's also worth mentioning that the company has reportedly discussed having John Cena back for this show for the July 16 episode of SmackDown. So if all of this does happen, that weekend is gonna be massive. It's gonna be WrestleMania weekend all over again. And now switching it over to a quick recap for this week's Monday Night Raw. We had Bobby Lashley and MVP kicking off the show, leading into Drew McIntyre, of course, wanting that rematch, and Kofi Kingston making a case for himself that he deserves a match. So we get a very good one-on-one match, Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston, which ended in a no contest, of course, due to the interference of Bobby Lashley. So are we gonna be getting another triple threat match at the Hell in a Cell? This time with Kofi in it? Probably. We had Nikki Cross defeating Rhea Ripley in a beat the clock challenge, which was for 2 minutes, and I hate how WWE booked Rhea Ripley in a stupid way. There's not a nicer way to say it. The way Nikki Cross won here was basically because Rhea Ripley forgot that she was on a 2-minute timer, a timer that is all over the arena, including on the big stage. So it was kind of silly. We had a really good match between Charlotte Flair and Asuka, probably one of the better ones, but probably also the last one. I hope so, because we've seen it too many times already. We kind of need another break. This ultimately leads into Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley getting announced for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We had Cedric Alexander defeating Shelton Benjamin in another lone and good match, probably one of the best matches of the night. And that's one positive about Monday Night Raw over the last 3 weeks or so, that they're actually giving us longer and more entertaining matches. We had Matt Riddle defeating Xavier Woods in a match where Riddle even did the RKO to show some love to his tag team partner Randy Orton. We had Jackson Ryker defeating AJ Styles. I don't even know why that's a thing. I can't believe I even said that sentence, so let's just move on. Humberto Carrillo made his return after the injury scare a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately though, Sheamus still defeated him. And then for the main event, yes, for the main event, we had Natalya and Tamina taking on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax in what was like their 30th rematch. It was out for the women's tag team titles, all of which ended after Shayna Baszler banished Reginald from ringside for good, and he basically had a flame coming after him because of Alexa Bliss, all of which led to Natalya taking advantage of the distraction and ultimately rolling out Baszler and retaining the title. At the end, we had Shayna Baszler challenging Reginald to a match on next week's Monday Night Raw, which we all know how that's gonna go. It's an intergender match in WWE, so I don't need to explain explaining how it will go. Anyways, guys, that is all the latest and what went down on this week's Monday Night Raw. If you guys enjoyed, found it informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications for more of these wrestling news roundup. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.